Hello everyone. To begin the video, let me clarify that everything you see behind me is not mine. Grant doesn't own it. This is Mike's building. I guess some love tales finish in a stillness that no one anticipated, while others appear so perfect that they could only be the work of fate. At one point, Laura Farm's life appeared to be taken from a soft-focus family photo, complete with loving smiles, shared dreams, and a spouse who seemed stable enough to rely on indefinitely. Sadly, reality isn't often that idealistic. Where no one dared to look, fissures were beginning to appear behind the peaceful routines and ordinary moments. The public is not entirely aware of what occurs with her husband. However, the storms that rage behind closed doors are sometimes not hidden by the life that is displayed to the outside world. Come along as we share the tragic tale that, long before Laura Farm's name became well known on social media, changed her life in ways she could never have predicted. Laura Wilson was just another young farmer in rural Nebraska getting up before the sun came up. Not cameras or comment sections, but dirt, seasons, and equipment mold the rhythm of her existence. She was born in Hamilton County, Nebraska, into a fifth-generation agricultural family. Crop fields and rural customs surrounded her as a child. Therefore, farming was neither a novelty nor a pastime for her. It was identity, daily responsibilities, and family history. She had to deal with the challenges of a shifting agricultural terrain, increasing equipment expenses, erratic weather, varying crop prices, and the ongoing need for heavy physical labor hours, just like many contemporary farmers. However, she was also a part of a new generation that saw technology as a tool for connection outside of the field, not only as machinery. In 2020, while employed, Laura started making little films of her everyday activities while living full-time on the farm with her husband, Grant Wilson. The concept seemed quite straightforward at first. The goal was to convey the beauty of rural life with those who would not have the opportunity to witness it firsthand, film farm life, demonstrate what planting season looked like, and explain how machinery operated. She had no idea that her initial films would be seen by people other than her close friends and family when she posted them to YouTube. One early upload then unexpectedly garnered popularity nearly overnight. Her direct presentation, serene manner, and readiness to depict the arduous struggle and tranquil satisfaction of agricultural labor drew many viewers. The number of subscribers quickly increased, turning what started off as a light-hearted side project into a developing online platform. In a matter of months, Laura Farms gained recognition on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Her content was unique because it was genuine. There were no contrived influencer personas, no overdone drama, and no predetermined plot lines. Rather, viewers saw her drive tractors, examine crops, fix machinery and cattle, and openly discuss the difficulties faced by farmers. Her movies bridged the divide between rural and urban viewers by providing a peek into a society that is sometimes misunderstood. She joined a larger trend of agricultural creators utilizing social media to inform the public about food production as her fan base grew to millions. Her quick ascent was reinforced by interviews with local news organizations, which also highlighted the fact that she was still fundamentally a working farmer first and a content generator second. She kept doing the same work and residing on the same acreage, but now a camera was recording it. Opportunities like brand partnerships, public appearances, and a loyal fan base were brought about by this sudden notoriety. However, it also caused a number of issues in her private life. Private relationships inevitably attract attention when everyday activities are made public. Viewers followed the people behind the farm in addition to the farm itself. Her husband, Grant Wilson, who worked alongside her in the fields, appeared in films, and shared the burden necessary to keep the business operating, was the focal point of that shared life. When combined, they symbolized a contemporary farming alliance. The narrative of Laura Farms and her husband starts with this very genuine foundation. Let's examine the story from the outset. A union formed in the fields. Rarely is a single pair of hands responsible for every successful farm. Agriculture requires cooperation, trust, and shared perseverance, particularly at the size Laura Farms works. Laura Wilson and Grant Wilson were forming a partnership based on hard work, early mornings, mechanical failures, and erratic weather long before cameras followed their routines. Their bond was developed in the day-to-day challenges of managing a successful farm rather than in times of celebrity. In December 2020, she wed him. Her online presence started to grow at about the same period. They both had a strong interest in farming, and together they managed and rented land in Nebraska where they grew commodities including soybeans and corn. He didn't start out as a content creator supporting character. He was already employed as a farmer and had equal responsibilities for the business. He inevitably joined the visual story as Laura's videos gained popularity. Not as a performer, of course, but as a part of actual farm life. Their effortless collaboration was immediately apparent to viewers. He could be seen in movies fixing machinery, helping with harvesting, or checking fields with her. Practical cooperation prevailed instead of manufactured storytelling. This added to the channel's appeal for a lot of viewers. There was more to Laura Farms than just tractors and crops. It was about a young couple taking on a challenging career together. This shared dynamic was reinforced by local interviews and agricultural stories that highlighted her as she gained popularity on social media. Reporters observed that she and her husband managed the farm together, juggling the increasing time demands of content creation with physical labor. Their duties didn't change even though the new audience was seeing their regular activities. Planting and harvest seasons were still defined by lengthy days, crops still required care, and machinery still required upkeep. Their marriage became more well-known as her platform grew. His followers started to acknowledge him not only as her spouse but also as a reliable member of the agricultural team. Viewers felt accustomed with this degree of access. As time went on, a lot of supporters developed a personal stake in the couple's success, honoring their accomplishments and appreciating their cooperation. However, there is a small price to pay for more visibility. Ordinary moments might be exaggerated when a private existence becomes partially public, even inadvertently. Speculation could be sparked by a day when he didn't appear in a video, a minor alteration in the production schedule, or a slower period on social media. The same transparency that fostered audience interaction also allowed for more inquisitiveness than the pair had ever planned. Verifiable facts, however, presented a straightforward and realistic narrative. Laura and Grant continued to collaborate on the farm, showcasing themselves as an active farming partnership in postings and anniversary acknowledgements. Although there have been speculations, neither of them has made any verified public remarks about their divorce, illness, or tragedy. The same work that initially brought them together continues to be the foundation of their shared lives. So, music, where did the smoke that envil ops their connection originate? And why has it attracted so much interest? Life in the public eye, when regular moments become online storylines. Their relationship grew over the ensuing years into a solid alliance molded by shared goals and hard work. As time went on, they started making plans for the future, not just together, but also in relation to the land and way of life they both cherished. He proposed to her on August 14, 2020, starting a new chapter in a relationship that had already shown itself to be solid after years of collaboration and shared accountability. A few months later, on December 19 of that year, they tied the knot in Central City, Nebraska, in front of their loved ones, friends, and the rural community that had influenced their life. At a pivotal moment in their marriage, they were not only starting their married life but also embracing the challenging realities of running a farm together. Her choice to post videos of their farming practices online would soon provide viewers outside of Nebraska with an unanticipated glimpse into their world. However, despite the increased public attention, their love stayed firmly anchored in its modest beginnings. Two young people who happened to cross paths, developed trust over time, and decided to tackle the difficulties of farming together. Something small but important changed when millions of people started watching Laura Farms videos. A considerably wider audience was served by the same camera that used to cover tractor trips and crop checks in silence. Once solely seen by family, neighbors, and cattle, daily life on the farm is now shared online and viewed by strangers worldwide. Admiration, opportunity, and a new type of pressure followed the couple's marriage unintentionally became a part of the story that viewers could relate to. However, because followers see carefully selected aspects of everyday life and may believe they are seeing the entire narrative. Online familiarity can quickly turn into presumption. In actuality, even the most open creators only reveal a portion of their private lives. Work hours are not captured on camera. Conversations take place away from the camera. Private feelings stay private. However, viewers occasionally use their own interpretations to fill in gaps. As Laura's following increased, fans would sometimes make assumptions about when Laura uploaded alone, when filming timings changed, or when Grant featured less frequently in a video sequence. These instances were typical variations in content production brought on by equipment priorities, weather delays, or just time limits. However, minor adjustments occasionally gave rise to more expansive theories in internet discussion boards and comment sections. In actuality, Laura Farms is not alone in this. Similar dynamics are experienced by digital creators in all genres. Viewers may search for unintentional patterns and meanings when life is just partially visible. Because emotionally charged conversations encourage interaction, social media algorithms frequently magnify conjecture. In a comment area, a single query can generate dozens of answers that build upon one another. Verifiable information is still evident, though. The pair has not made any verified public statements about a significant illness, separation, or tragedy. Public posts continue to show them working on the farm and celebrating life milestones together. Her continued cooperation with her spouse in managing the farm is highlighted in local news articles that emphasize her career. Reputable sources continue to depict a consistent, everyday reality. Just a working pair managing content creation and agriculture concurrently. With that change, her articles provided a serene glimpse into rural living for many of her readers. In a social media environment that is frequently dominated by glitz and performance, her direct tone and unpolished presentation felt refreshingly authentic. In addition to learning about farming, viewers were drawn in by the slower, more grounded lifestyle. That steady presence eventually encouraged emotional investment.